Well, hello there, friends. Let's talk about how to recharge creativity. I just finished a book last week and I wanted to start a new book almost immediately. And I ran into a problem, and that is that my brain felt dry. My creativity felt like it had just all been used up in the mad sprint to finish my book. And I was really happy with how the book turned out, and I wanted to continue on directly into the next book, but something happened. All of a sudden, I wasn't coming up with ideas that I really, really liked. And that's my criteria. If I'm going to start a book, if I'm going to write something, I have to really like the idea. Otherwise, it just takes too long and it's a drag. So as I started thinking about this, it got me onto this topic of how do I recharge this creativity? How do I make sure that I'm coming with my best ideas and I'm coming with full energy to this new project? And so I thought through my process and then executed that process. And now it's Monday and I'm back and I'm writing more. But the question is, what did I do over the weekend that helped me to recharge my creativity? I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't sit down and play a bunch of video games. I didn't sit down and binge watch movies or TV shows. I didn't do any of that. And the reason is because no matter how fun those things are, they don't actually help you recharge creativity. This is actually scientifically studied. There are tons and tons of studies. Just go on Google and do a search on creativity and how to recharge, and you will very quickly be inundated with more studies than you can read on this very subject. But to sum up what those studies say is that things that are passive forms of entertainment do not recharge your creativity. Things like watching movies, things like watching TV shows, even things like playing video games do not recharge your creativity. And the reason is because we are being fed complete pictures. We are not being fed bits and pieces that we then have to work to put together. You know what does recharge your creativity? Things like going outside, walking in nature. In fact, the phrase touch grass is pretty apt here. When you are feeling creatively drained, the best thing that you can do, and again, this is scientifically proven, is go outside and take a walk. It's get outside into fresh air, take a deep breath, walk around for a while. The rejuvenating properties of being outside is really astounding. I have no idea how it works exactly, but there's something about the combination of new space and blood flow that gets our brains just moving in a new way. And that's sort of what you need when you start to run dry on creativity. You need better input. It's not a matter of having better output. It's a matter of making sure that your inputs are helping your creativity as opposed to stymieing your creativity. And so to that regard, doing things like reading will always be better than doing things like watching. Now, the best thing you can do is actually some sort of physical activity, let's say walking or working out or something like that, in a new place with new sounds to get as many different inputs into your brain all at once. This has turned out to be kind of a weird video, but that's okay, because this is actually what I did in order to recharge my creativity. I made sure I was spending time outside. I did things completely unrelated to my writing. In fact, I sort of got conned into painting a garage. Not quite sure how that happened, but that's fine. It's fine. It was a good way to spend a Saturday. But the point is that I got to the end of the weekend and I'm back. My brain is firing on all cylinders. All of the difficulty and challenge that I was feeling towards the end of last week, gone. Because again, I paid attention to the inputs coming in. Now, some people are going to argue with me and say, Seth, I love watching TV and I get so many ideas when I watch TV. Wrong. You get a prescribed set of ideas. The only things that your brain can think about are the things related to what you saw. And again, it's because we are presented with a complete picture, a complete soundscape, a complete visual scape, and both of those things combine to give us prescribed ideas. That's not what we want. We want freedom of thought. And so, in order to get freedom of thought, we have to move outside of the space we normally stay. And the amazing thing about nature is that it's constantly new. Every single time the wind blows through the trees, it blows the leaves differently. And so it's forever fresh. You never see the same thing twice. I'm not joking about that. Go outside, watch a tree for a while, you'll see what I mean. And then there is one last thing that I think is super important that we often don't talk about, and that is sleep. Get more sleep. That's it. That's a PSA. Get more sleep. I know sleep isn't always fun. I hate sleeping, actually. Of all of the activities in my life that I wish I could erase, it is right up there with eating. If I could not eat and not sleep and just be at full energy all the time doing things, like that would be, I'd love that. That would be so great. I could write more. But the point is that if you want your creativity to surge, one of the best things you can do is go sleep. In fact, there are a tremendous number of studies that have also shown that taking a nap can be helpful. If I was going to rank these, though, I would probably say that going outside and getting some fresh air and looking at new things is better than sleeping, but that's just personal opinion. Some people like sleep. Regardless, if you do these things, I'm pretty sure your creativity will recharge. In fact, I'm positive. So if you're feeling creatively blocked, just go outside and then maybe take a nap. And you will be astounded the ideas you come up with once you wake up.